the river. 'Cause I got an image out of control. Identity crisis is. I throw in the face, 'cause mine's been erased. Identity crisis is breaking the law. Sometimes I'm solving the crime. I'm always fast on the draw. I get the girls all the time. 'Cause I got an image out of control. Identity crisis is. I throw it in the face, 'cause mine's been erased. Identity crisis is.
He's been listening to this in his car.
Oh yeah.
He's on my playlist.
He bought it.
$2.99 Apple Pay.
He's programmed it into his pants, so
Royalties
as
went
he's walking,
straight.
it's playing.
Royalties went straight to Alice Cooper's debt. Credit to debt ratio. You know he's at home.
$2.
He's going like this. Yes, honey.
Order that Big Mac.
I got another one.
Order it.
And
We're
this
good.
one is not School's Out for Summer. So the third movie we watched was called Monster Dog.
What's happening?
He's taking it off.
No, Freddy.
Who are you?
To hell with you,
Oh.
bitch.
Yeah, it's not gonna come off that way.
Figured out. It's like Pandora's box, guys.
I'm on a mission. I'm gonna be nobody's fool. They're gonna fish.
I just feel like we should epically walk towards the screen.
Huh?
You were in the movie?
Alice Cooper was. Right now I'm Alice
Oh.
Cooper.
I thought
Oh,
it
let
was
me
like
look.
a bad
Hold on.
Joker mask.
Hang on, how was this?
It was an accident.
Well, it starts off with a song.
Yes. So think Thriller, and then think Alice Cooper goes, oh yeah? Well, I can make a longer music video, and this one will have a plot.
This one, it's an 82-minute long movie.
But don't worry, I'll throw my music video at the end and the beginning for you to remind you.
Just in case you forgot that.
in case you forgot I'm a musician.
And we're going to cut the entire movie into it at the end in case you slept through the movie.
We need this movie for an opening for a concert, so.
Lousy weather. Sure is.
This is like an 8-person cast film, all shot in Mexico. About a 10 or,
close,
10
you're
or
close.
12.
They redubbed all the other actors.
Oh.
And then so they had to redub Alice Cooper.
Shit. Imagine meeting you. I can't tell one of these newfangled songs from another.
Because to
They
match
had
all
yeah.
the
Well, because everybody was
dialogue.
Spanish.
Well, and I guess they spoke the language.
don't
They said
think-
the words.
I don't
pretty
think
sure this-
Alice Cooper speaks.
No, he doesn't
No,
speak Spanish,
they-
but I think everybody on the set, everybody else had some kind of Spanish accent, and I think they were whitewashing it a little bit, so they had
So they
other
had to act
actors
close.
come
it
in
was-
to do the dubbing.
It was 84, so they're gonna want to see Alice Cooper, but they'll walk straight out because they don't want to hear all that accent. Back in 84, supposedly.
That was
Supposedly.
We don't. We're guessing
Yeah,
that's
right.
the reason why.
It was an accident.
Islands, floating in crystal clear water. 2 weeks of nude sunbathing.
Something about his acting that doesn't seem natural.
He's wearing Mr. Rogers' sweater. Okay.
He's uncomfortable right now. He's not in leather.
All their luggage
It was
is
very,
on top.
It was very
not in the van.
Scooby-Doo-ish vibe.
Was that the first scene, or was it that the caretaker?
Oh yeah,
when
the
he-
caretaker had
yeah.
to die
Oh yeah.
with the dogs.
There was that door.
There was a door opening, and the guy was like, "Why is this door inside the
he was
house
looking up.
opening like there's wind?"
He's like, it's very obviously the door opening and shutting. And
But
he's
instead
like,
of focusing there, he's like,
what's this?
"What's
this?
going on around here?"
And I just in my mind I heard Kevin. What are you doing, Kevin?
That's always a bad movie trope, where you have somebody who's not an actor have to act, and they're like, okay, so look around, you're hearing noises like walking around, and you're like, oh really?
He was a great
I've
dead guy
never,
falling.
if I'm looking through my house, say, Daffy, you go hide. I'm never going, where is he? Where is? I know you're not there.
Actor, non-actor situation do you think is the worst? The non-actor who just freezes when they say their lines and has no body movement? The person that tries to actually do it but does it bad? Or the person that overacts?
Oh, I think the person that absolutely overacts. The guy annoyed the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I was focused on him the whole time. And I was like, man, he's terrible.
I'd choose the non-existent acting, because then you can play it off as that's that character.
That's their character,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, you get the guy come outside and there's like a bunch of dogs. A wild pack of dogs.
He walks towards them, right?
He walks like 15 feet up to him.
And he's like, oh god, what are they gonna do? But
Well,
they're all snarling and growling, but it's like, I don't know what to do right here. This
Get
is
back,
tricky.
get your ass back to
What
the
do I do?
door.
Now, see, keep in mind, in my mind at first, because we were supposed to pick Halloween movies. Remember, I said supposed to. So I thought maybe he was walking out there and was like, oh, trick-or-treaters.
Our definition of Halloween movie got a little looser towards the
Well,
last two
okay,
movies.
I assumed it was Halloweenish because people dress up like Alice Cooper for Halloween.
Do
Well,
they?
see, I thought it.
Do they dress up like you, Alice?
It was an accident.
I just see him constantly, like he's in there in like little room, and he's like, "Well, hello, neighbor."
So they're in the van,
Yeah,
driving.
Jumps to the after the guy's
We
like,
haven't gotten out of
after
the
the guy
van.
gets mauled by the dogs, he jumps to the van, and it's like a rape van. But you get this whole Scooby Doo vibe.
What's going on back there?
Woo, Ruggy.
And then-
You get
yeah, they're all chilling.
Yeah, it's like, what's going on back there? And it's just a quick 4 seconds of, so much fun back here, guys.
I'd rather not talk about it.
This is literally a Mexican Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Because Alice Cooper is Fred, and then the chick that he's like side piecing with has got to be Daphne.
Yeah, of course.
And then the chick that figures out the mystery in the end.
Which
it's
one of the
got-
dudes are Shaggy and Scooby?
I think that's like self-decided because later on the guy's like,
The one who gets mauled,
Vince, if there's something out there.
that's Shaggy.
Is Scooby the
Zoink,
monster dog?
Scoob! You think the area they were at just was a foggy place and they just filmed out there because it was free fog?
Let's go away, please. Let's get back into the camper before it's too late.
The roadblock, the sheriff knows Alice Cooper, and says, "Hey, welcome
come
home."
back.
they're
Vincent.
warning them about the dogs.
You know, when they showed the dogs, when the dogs like all swarmed into the house later on in the movie, and they showed like little clips of the dogs really quick, and they all looked really happy and like,
But then
Yeah,
you get that
they
one
did.
clip of the one dog that's like,
like he did something
yeah,
bad.
he took a shit in the
He's-
living room.
It was an accident.
He saw the camera.
Well, he
he's
just
like,
realized what movie he's in. There was wait,
I saw a poodle.
yeah, I saw
Yeah,
a
I was
poodle,
like-
a black poodle.
really?
Labradoodle. That was a Labradoodle. How'd they
kidding
get
me?
that great breed in Mexico?
I want to say there was an Airbud in there
You
too.
didn't tell me there was no Chihuahua in that group.
I
No
saw
like
Chihuahua
gonna be
led
threat-
that group.
Yeah.
German Shepherds. I mean, there was a lot of
Hey,
different
you ever
kinds.
seen Beverly Hills Chihuahua? There's a German Shepherd leading a group in that movie. That's a children's movie.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah.
You and those kiddie movies. We're sitting here watching Monster Dog.
No, you're
and
sitting here watching
We're torturing
Identity
ourselves.
Crisis.
Actually, this movie did have an identity crisis. We have no idea what the monster was.
Hey, you!
They warn him about the dogs.
That's it. They get out of there. Sheriff and
Well,
deputy.
He has one last word with Alice Cooper. He's like, you know, it's bad timing coming back home because people still remember that story about your father. And then when they drive off, the chick's like, he's like messing with, is like, is it a bad thing? What they did with your dad? Or if you don't want to talk about it, it's fine. You know, we don't have to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
Alex Cooper's acting
Looks like
is
he was-
it's weird. It's like he's an alien trying to fit in on Earth for
The
the first
lizard
time.
people?
Yeah.
Either that or he was just upset every day. He had to be upset.
Like
No,
like
he was
there's
excited.
like she
That was excitement.
there's that scene where he's like trying to like console her or whatever, and like he's like petting her forehead, like
And making love. I love you.
The sheriff and deputy are left alone in the fog, and they see something in the bushes.
And he's like, it might be one of those things.
I'll pump lead into every last one of you.
Before he dies, you see him walking around searching.
Yeah, 2 seconds.
Literally 2
before.
seconds.
And then it cuts to the deputy walking 3 feet. Oh, what's this?
A dead body? Oh, it's the sheriff!
And then we get a shot of the monster dog.
Well, what looks like a giant paper mache mouth going.
And then we get to the house that we're at.
No, they hit the dog, and then they pull over.
Fitz, look out!
It was an accident.
And then they have to kill the dog.
Yeah, they're like,
He bashes
well,
the dog's
this is
brains.
where Alice Cooper breaks in his inner Fred, and he's like, you two guys go turn on the emergency lights so nobody hits our car. While you and me, we're going to carry this dog out the road and put it out its misery.
Vince, don't. He has to.
Oh no, the old man comes out.
Now you've done it.
There was, well, the dude was in the
He's
back
bloody.
seat, and he sees the old man pass by. He's like, I'm just going to run off and not say anything about this. And just joins the group. It doesn't mention,
Yeah.
guys, I just saw this weirdo.
And then the old man comes in and goes, hey, there's dogs here and you're all gonna die.
You're all going to die.
Vince, what's that?
See the monster dog.
The werewolf.
Yeah. And then they just casually get back to the van and drive to the house.
They didn't talk about the fact somebody just possibly died, and
The dog
they
died.
just saw a monster, and yeah, they're just more this is the same banner they used for me last time I came here.
Well, I haven't had a welcome like this since I came back from camp. And they used the same banner then. Don't throw their money around, these country
Local
folk.
boy comes home a star. I'm not hungry.
You don't know what you're missing.
It's like everybody and their mother knows what you're missing.
Everybody's had it.
It's a mayonnaise ham sandwich. Threw it in the trash.
Are they
Perfect,
10? Just
exquisite sandwich.
It was an accident.
I'm putting the story together.
Oh, but the girl, the dream shirt,
Yeah, the one that wasn't hungry.
the one who
Mary
dies
Lou.
first.
Her name was Mary Lou. Yeah.
Mary Lou who?
Well, there's a moment you didn't even think it was a dream. It just cut to the
And everybody's dead. The old man trying to rip her shirt.
perverted uncles doing one of the, gonna get you.
Yeah.
Gonna tickle you.
And he grabbed her like 4 times. They were like,
They were
hey,
trying to rip that shirt off.
rip that shirt. I want it ripped. And he was trying his hardest.
The only boobs you do see is in a painting of an old man scared that he saw the boobs.
She's naked and Grandpa's like, oh, and then somebody walked in. Oh, is that what you think?
All right, hold that pose while I paint this.
Then what's funny is the one chick, after everybody shows up, she's like, oh my god, you were there, you were there, and everybody's like, oh yeah? But everybody is laying like in front of her, going, huh?
There's that
looking at Alice
The only
Cooper
person
going,
serious about it is like, what happened?
Right on.
Yeah.
Vince, you can't play favorites with friends. Either you wipe out everybody, or no one.
I like the guy with no shirt sitting there going,
Leaning in. Just fly right open.
But your heart's mine tonight.
And then it goes to them the next day where they're making the music video. Oh, keep in mind, they were looking for the caretaker when they first showed up.
Yeah, they couldn't find the caretaker.
Josh.
And we thought the caretaker was the old man who
I
they
thought
saw
it was
in
the old man.
Yeah, and I was like,
It took me
you met him.
It took me the second time watching it to realize.
Well,
it's two
it
different
took me until the guy fell out of the window.
Yeah, when he fell out and crashed
I was
out.
like, he's wearing a different. Is that
Mary
her name?
Lou.
Mary Lou. Mary Lou sees the other old man come out of a door, and
With
then
a
she
beam of
follows
light.
him for some reason, just wandering. And that's when
I thought he was like a spirit at that point.
yes, me too.
Huh?
Isn't that what happened?
Yeah,
Yeah, then
nobody
the
else could
Mexican
see her.
cartel comes.
No, well, then Alice Cooper leaves and goes off to find her with
And
a
he's like,
gun.
if I don't come back, just wait longer.
And then these town people show up.
Yeah.
What? Not that he told me.
I think Alice Cooper would have been out of breath running 5 feet.
That's true. All that heavy leather he was wearing.
It was an accident.
And then...
It became a Western Mexican standoff.
It really did.
I'm sort of like family to Vince.
He's like, you're not telling me you don't have beer in the fridge. That wouldn't be friendly of you.
That's definitely how you get in someone's house. You ask for their beer.
We let him in?
Vince said we shouldn't open up to anybody.
But these people are in the same boat as us. And it seems to me the more guns we have around, the better.
Well, I don't like the looks of them.
Oh, come on now. Don't you try and tell me you ain't got no beer in the fridge.
So then they start beating everybody up. They start telling everybody, by the way, his dad was a werewolf.
That's why we're here.
And he's a werewolf. Yeah. We killed his dad back in the day. So now we're wondering, who's the werewolf?
I was wondering, actually, why am I watching this?
But why would anyone want to kill Vince?
And you'll see the whole thing. You'll see the little showdown of Alice Cooper shooting each of these guys.
And well, as soon as he gets back, she gets shot.
When Alice Cooper is hiding behind that baby mannequin, when they all run in and they're like looking around, then they go the opposite when you see Alice Cooper come in from like behind the camera.
Yeah.
He uses that Raggedy Ann doll.
And they shoot it up. Surviving, the dogs all showed up and started murdering everybody. And then the dogs stopped attacking when the front door started getting banged on. And then the big wolf man murders the two guys.
Okay.
And so all the girls and just Alice Cooper left. It worked for a second.
When this dog is big enough to just bite down onto it and rip his arm off.
He is to blame for what has happened to Angela, Frank, and Jordan.
So it's like...
Even one of the surviving girls are like, you're the werewolf.
Yeah, it's gotta be you.
After she gave up on life after her ponytail got cut.
So she ran off from the dogs. She ran off from the dogs and her hair got caught in the door. It
shows up.
She was like crying and then...
And she moved toward the hole to end it.
It looked like she wanted to kill herself at that point. She's like, I'm done.
Vince.
It's amazing, isn't it? They suddenly all calmed down. Just like that.
Whatever the hot Mexican chick was.
Go get the other chick. We're walking out of here.
And...
They get to the car.
They get in the car, no keys.
No keys, they leave Lisa there.
She wanted to go, but they were like, no, you stay here. Well, I'm just going to go.
Yeah, she's like, don't leave me.
I'm going to die if you leave me. And then, no, you're stuck here.
You know they low-key, like, on the way out, they're like,
Mary Lou.
It was an accident.
Inspected or anything. They're like, oh no, she's dead. Let's carry on.
Let's keep driving.
Let's not search the car or anything. Somehow this giant-ass werewolf is hiding back there. Car flips over.
Kudos to her for jumping out.
She walks back.
There was no stunt devils.
And
that was her.
Yeah, and she didn't scrape her knees or anything.
She walks from there. She's like, oh. And then she just finds Alice Cooper.
And now the most confusing parts. First off, she doesn't find out.
Oh, she finds the old man.
Yeah. She finds the old
dead
man.
old man guy.
The old man.
And he's like, now he is.
I told you not to go down there.
Yeah, he's like,
I told you not to go down there.
He returned, so now I gave him the power.
Now a new king will reside. Blah blah blah.
His father bit my neck.
He exits stage left.
Literally.
And then
old man exits.
He just walks away. Yeah.
there's Alice Cooper on the floor, and he's like,
shoulder wound.
shoot
With a shoulder
me.
wound.
Yeah, with a shoulder wound. He's like, shoot me, as he's a little hairier.
Before it's too late.
And then he starts turning.
Well, no, he doesn't start turning. He starts realizing, they said, hey, Alice, we need you to act.
And then,
Should've
for
got-
some reason, she grabs the gun, she points it at him, she can't do it, and then he's on the right.
Well, she can't do it as him as a human.
Yeah, but he's on the right, and then the monster, full formed, comes out on the left.
See his face.
See his face. She shoots it dead. Was that Alice,
Yeah, what I thought was...
or was that another monster?
See, how I thought it was ending was the old man bit Alice Cooper, and now he gave him the power, so now he no longer... His spirit, or whatever, has to no longer roll the area and haunt it. So now Alice Cooper's the new king. And then what we saw was just a... Uh-oh.
And then we get a music video of the whole movie again.
Yep.
Identity crisis. Yeah, literally. If you were confused,
You're
we'll
gonna be
cheer
more
you up with
confused.
this song.
That comes to the end of the night, where we vote.
Don't look
which...
over there. That camera's dead.
Which one?
Ah, okay.
Battery's dead.
That comes to the end of the night.
Oh, you can look over here.
Okay.
This one's dead?
Yeah.
So that comes to the end of the night.
That's the end.
What? We're gonna start with Gerald. Just work our way around.
Gerald, what's your
What
overall
is
feel?
the worst?
Now
Daffy.
Yeah.
So, I think the best one overall is probably Monster Dog. That's worth sitting. You can sit through that. That's one of those movies where you're like, I can't believe I paid the movie ticket for that. But I guess I saw Alice Cooper, so I guess that's cool. So I know.
It has a catchy song.
So I know my girlfriend's gonna get laid.
Yeah.
So, but then there's Nightmare. The fact that it's just a constant phone call with himself. I think Nightmare was subliminal, and Nightmare meant a cry for help. And that's why it was titled Nightmare.
I'm actually going to pick.
Sorry, Jeffrey.
The Dead Hate Late Fees.
That was your worst?
That was the worst one for me. I mean, I was intrigued, but then majority bored.
But to me, it comes down to Nightmare would be a movie that is so bad that I would consider it good if it wasn't for Max and Bob conversations on the phone. If it wasn't for those, if it wasn't for those, or if you cut them down to the 3 sentences that they actually are,
kept out those pauses of awkwardness,
then
the movie would be too short.
If those parts were taken out, it would be a movie that's so bad that it's good, in my opinion. And I would have to go with The Dead Hate Late Fees.
Yeah.
But because those scenes are there and they are not edited down, I have to go with Nightmare.
So the worst one of the night. Zach, you won. Nightmare.
Congratulations.
Ow! He still holds he is reigning champion 4 times in a row right now.
I think
it's just 3.
3?
I think just for this, what we'll do is we'll play that song for you again at the end of this movie.
Which one?
I'm on a mission.